Mm, mm. Oh, I love my home. Yes, I love my home. I'm going home. Hello, everybody. Mm, mm. Be careful who you're going to knock me stupid. All right. Balanda. Thank you. Okay. Ow. His head is hard, and he has a tendency for knocking me in the teeth with it. Nice. Balanda. No, you do stoffer. You do stoffer, Balanda. Papa is talking. You do stoffer. Papa is sprekens. You do stoffer. Jawohl. Okay. So, property, papers, effects, person, livestock, and pets. These are all covered under the Fourth Amendment, the United States Constitution. Being that an individual has the right to the privacy of, to keep without any unjust search, seizure, or harassment, which is what I want to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this just so that I'm not putting out there this guy's information. Yeah, as you can see, one of my neighbors decided that because I'm out here training my dog, taking care of my animal so that my animal does not go and kill her animal, she wanted to go and report an animal abuse situation. So let's talk about animal abuse, shall we? My dog is so well trained, I can tell him to get on my lap or tell him to get off of my lap. My dog is so well trained, I can tell him to sit at my heel or go take a shit. My dog is so well fucking trained that he can go and find bombs and explosives and then tell me about it. Who the fuck are you that gives you the right to tell me how to train my dog when you don't even train your fucking dog? What gives you the right to tell me how the fuck I can treat my dog when you don't even have a fucking dog? You have a coyote living in your house. Go ahead and tell me. I'd like to fucking know. This is my dog, Basturu. This is Houdini. He's a sweetheart. The only time that he ever gets disciplined is when he does something incredibly wrong. The only time. And the reason why is because he is so big that if he is not under control, he can kill a human being without even trying. Do you understand? My dog is not dangerous unless you make him dangerous. My dog is well trained because I train him. You see this? This is love. There's a difference. You can hate your dog all you want, but do not fucking tell me how to treat my dog. Because he is well trained, well loved, and well cared for. Like that. Well trained. Thank you. See, Houdini is well trained. My dog is better behaved than any dog on this fucking street. He's so well trained, I can walk him down the street without having a leash on. Because I don't have to have a leash on him. My words are my leash. See, I know something about dog breeds that not everybody does. Some dog breeds, they train really easily. There's no real issues. You don't need to have an attention getter. You don't need to have a punishment or something like that. You just do it, with little treats and whatnot. Some dog breeds, if you give them treats while you are training them, they associate that treat with that training. And every single time you tell them something to do, they have to have the treat or they will not do it. My dog will do this without ever having to be told sometimes. My dog will do this without ever having to have a treat. My dog is well cared for, extremely healthy, and is the best behaved animal I have met in this entire fucking state. So if you want to tell me how I can deal with my property, because he is my property, if you want to tell me how I can deal with my property, then you show me that you have that ability. Not just some fucking badge that says, oh, well, I've been given authority by the state. No, you show me your knowledge, your mental capacity to have the wherewithal to be able to train your dog without having to utilize. I'm sorry. Where's this flagpole I'm supposedly beating my dog with? Hang on a second. Oh, yeah. Here's my flagpole. A fucking stick. Literally. Not just any stick, but this stick isn't even as fucking white as my pinky. Fuck you and your fucking assumptions that you are allowed to tell me to do fucking cockswizzle. Welcome to America, motherfucker. And the next time you've got something to say, go and scream it to the four fucking walls, because I ain't gonna fucking listen. That's why I told you to jump off a fucking bridge. Go get some enjoyment in your life so that you're not telling other people what the fuck to do. Good fucking Lord. You want to see what fucking real dogs look like what real well-trained animals look like? Don't go to a fucking circus. Don't go to a petting zoo. Don't go to your local fucking neighbor. Go to a dog trainer. This is what a good, well-trained dog looks like. Basuru. That's what a well-trained dog looks like. Good boy. I love you. See? He's got good training. I've taught him to do things that most human beings don't even consider. Eerst wel, mijn hond. Nee, du drogen. Dank je. Das ist gut. See that? Did I land up? Very simple. I've taught my dog to do things that I'm pretty sure nobody's taught their dog to do. 9. Dank je. Das ist gut. Stop voreinander. See, I can even stick my hand in his mouth. He's not going to bite me. He's just going to love on me because I've taught my dog to be kind. Whereas I've seen other people, they don't teach their dog. Was ist? 9. Stop voreinander. Papa says stoffer. Do stoffer. I've even trained my dog in language that only me and him understand. 9. Westolfing. Beziehung. 9. Westolfing. Westolfing. Hey. I know you know this. Das ist 9. Westolfing. Dank je. That's literally what I tell these people. It's not your fucking dog. It's not your fucking house. It's not your fucking yard. It's not your fucking concern. If you want to involve police because it's not your house and not your fucking concern, they better come with a fucking warrant, not this bullshit. This bullshit does not fly. This is a fucking... All right, I'm going to read it out loud to you so that we get this right straight. Recently, one of your neighbors reported to Vernonia police concerns about your treatment of a German Shepherd dog. The reports were that you were hitting the dog with a flagpole. The only fucking flagpole I have is on my fucking American flag in the back of my truck, which doesn't even leave my fucking truck. What is your goddamn fucking malfunction, motherfucker? Jesus Christ. Hit a dog with a flagpole. I ought to fucking hit you with a flagpole, get you to fucking understand the difference. This complaint was forwarded to my office. A check of records did not find any dogs registered to you or a German Shepherd at this address. Of course not. Of fucking course not. I'm not going to tell you that I have a dog. You know why? Because I don't want you to think that you have the right to come and fucking take what is not yours. You don't know anything of what I have. Let's be clear. My property is my property and none of your fucking business. And if you make it your business, then it's my business to run you the fuck off of my property. Plain and simple. At this time, I am only sending you this notice to advise you of concerns of your neighbors and a license application to aid in resolving the unlicensed dog issues. Last time I fucking checked. The last time I checked. I have the right to person, property, papers, effects, livestock, and pets. And that right is a private right, endowed by God, not by you, not by any fucking law enforcement, and not by any fucking asshole with a goddamn gavel. It's endowed by God. And you do not have the right to tell me that you are God. Because if you want to play God, then let's see how well you play God. Now, this is that application bullshit, which I'm very quickly going to be burning. But I want to make it very clear. My dog is not y'all's concern. Houdini is not anybody's fucking concern. He's not my neighbor's concern. He's not the police department's concern. He's nobody's fucking concern because he doesn't even leave the fucking property. And under the actual federal law, which manages animals that must have rabies vaccinations, any dog which is allowed outside of a property must be vaccinated. All other animals are held under the property. So legally speaking, I don't have to get him fucking vaccinated, registered, or shit. He just can't leave the house. And he never does. So imagine that shit. Imagine my chagrin when somebody tells me, oh, you can't do that to your dog. Motherfucker, he's not your dog. I can do whatever the fuck I want to him. The fact of the matter is that I want to actually train him to be a respectable animal, one that has manners, one that can be actually allowed to run around my house without chewing shit up and destroying shit. One that I can reliably tell, hey, you need to go inside because there's somebody here. Matter of fact, let's see how that works, shall we? Come with me real quick. Mein Hund, was denn? Christopher. Now, how fucking easy was that? Versus waiting for your dog to come into the house, knowing that that dog might actually get mauled by a bear. Mijn hond. Westhalfing. And you see this? Well trained. Ja, das ist mein Guthunde. Dailana. You see what I mean by he's big enough he could hurt somebody. Dailanda, that's you. You can knock me over. See, every state has their own little ordinances. Every city has their little ordinances. But the federal law states that the Fourth Amendment cannot be overturned or crossed over in order to enforce that law, which is why none of these ordinances can actively be enforced. I have the right to my own person, property, papers, and effects. I have effects. Some really fucking nice ones, in fact. This is a fucking machete. Now imagine this. If I hit my dog with this, that would be abuse. However, if I hit my dog with this, and it's not really even a hit, it's enough to get that thing sounding. Just sounding off is enough to get his attention. I don't even have to hit him with it. But my neighbors don't fucking care. They don't like me because they see something on the front of my truck that they don't like. They don't even realize, hey, wait a minute. Why isn't this guy living there? Go figure. Yeah, I'm going to get that out of your way because I don't want you getting cut. And all of this comes after my neighbors were out there shooting off fucking fireworks. Come here, who? It's healed up pretty well. Yeah. Okay. They were shooting off fucking fireworks. I asked them to stop shooting off fireworks. And he's got that scar above his eye, but it's not that bad. You can kind of see it there. He almost knocked himself silly trying to come right through the freaking doggy door over here, back when I still allowed him to use one. Almost killed himself doing it because they wouldn't stop shooting off fireworks. I simply asked, hey, guys, it's been an hour and a half. Can we just please not do this? You're making my dog panic. Very simple. To which they shot a fucking mortar off over the top of my house. And then this 4th of July, because I was smart enough to keep my dog inside, he was sitting there panicking the whole fucking time as they're shooting mortars over the top of my house. Not over their house, over my house. Blowing shit up. I could literally walk to the top of the roof right fucking now and go pick up pieces of mortar that are sitting on my roof. But I did not tell them, hey, you got to turn that shit off. You got to end that shit. No. I just put my dog inside so that he doesn't panic because he's not scared anymore. He knows what it's about. But damage to my property because they don't want to fucking go and do, just a simple request. But they get to dictate what the fuck I can and cannot do with my property. Hold the fucking phone, motherfuckers. Hold on a second. What gives you the right to tell me what I can and cannot do with my property? What gives you the right to tell me what the fuck I can and can't do at all? Because last time I checked, one, I haven't voted in the last fucking, decade. Which means I haven't signed your contract of consent. The only contract is the one that you have with me. And that is the United States Constitution, specifically the Bill of Rights, which you have violated repeatedly over and fucking over again. But have I taken any drastic measures? No. I wouldn't call it being drastic by going and finding the only legal recourse. Mm-mm. Este man Honda. Papa's mad at somebody else, Papa. You're okay. See? You're okay. Yeah, my Honda's okay. My Honda's a golden Honda. Yeah? Where's my good Hund? See, he's afraid right now because I'm pissed. I'm yelling. I'm angry. And he can understand my frustration. Because he does his absolute utmost best to be the best behaved dog that is anywhere around. He has never left my property. In fact, he has not even crossed the property lines. Hitting my dog? No. Hold on a second. Let me point out to you the only thing that has ever touched my dog other than my hands. A very thin stick used to tap him on the shoulder and get his fucking attention. You're okay. And see, that's what pisses me off. Somebody else thinks that, oh, well, you're new around here, so I could just fucking push you around because you've got no sway in the area. Really? I've got no sway in the area. Considering you are fucking literally surrounded by my family and my friends, and you want to tell me that I have no sway in the area? Well done. Literally fucking surrounded on all fucking sides. The Smiths, the Prices, the Cutlers, the Tanners, the Blacks. Need I fucking go on? This is what I mean about people that think, oh, well, I don't know you, so I need to dictate your life. Motherfucker, I left California because of that shit. Because I did not want to have to physically fucking confront people over this shit. But now that I have to do that, woe betide you, you stupid motherfucker. Woe betide your dumb fucking mistakes. Because I'm going to document every single fucking one of them. And I'm going to shove them so far down your fucking throat that you will have no choice but to leave this place. Because of what you did. You brought it on yourself, and now you have to deal with it. Instead of just going, you know, he's a puppy. He's probably being trained. No. We can't let people train their dogs. We can't let people have well-behaved animals that won't go and do something that is entirely fucking illegal and might get somebody hurt. We can't have people stopping their dogs from doing that. No, we have to force them to take these fucking vaccines that we know don't actually work for anything other than keeping the dog from dying a horrible fucking death. The dog can still pass on the fucking virus. The dog can still get you sick, even though the dog has had rabies shots. Wow. What a fucking revelation of medicine. You can get somebody else sick. It's called carrying. You can become a carrier. Because you are asymptomatic does not mean that the other people that are around you are capable of fending off that disease. And have you noticed this whole time he's sitting here, he's trying to calm me down because he sees that I'm pissed. He sees that somebody else has stepped on my toes. He sees that somebody else is trying to tell me how I should take care of my dog. Now, let me go ahead and show you how I take care of my dog real quick so that we can understand, hey, this dog is not being abused by any fucking means. Real quick. Let's see here. Need a little bit of light on the subject just so you all can see. Wow, I actually made him a bed. That's not something that you see with every human being. Hell, that's not what you see with every dog. A lot of the time, people just buy them right off the fucking shelf. But here's the difference. My dog's bigger than all of those beds. Way bigger. He's a fucking Aleutian Shepherd and fucking Doberman Pinscher mix. He's fucking huge. Those beds won't fit him. I had to make him one. He's always got food. 2 different things of fucking water. My dog's better cared for than some human beings. You know what the worst part is? This woman that went and put a complaint into the local department there has mental health issues. Severe mental health issues. She tried to stab her husband with a butcher knife because he yelled at her and told her she couldn't do something she wanted to do. This woman's dog, when she picks him up, shivers and cowers and shakes in absolute fucking terror. I've seen the dog do it. He's terrified of this woman. My dog Houdini has never met her because I refuse to let him meet her. I am afraid of what he might do because of what he might feel about that person. Imagine that for a second. When I first moved here, I got an instinct right the fuck away that told me this person is someone not only to avoid, but somebody to ignore and to banish from your life as if they were plague-ridden, because they are nothing if not a horrible person. Oh, yeah. My dog's well behaved. My dog is well trained. He is well cared for. Hell, I take better care of this dog than most people take care of their fucking own family members. I just got done watching a Reddit stream where people had been through situations where they had survived being the victim of an attempted murder, like myself. Most of these people were almost killed by their family members. And people want to tell me how I can treat my dog? Excuse the fuck out of me for a second for being a little bit paranoid about what other people have to say about my dog or my person or my fucking front yard or my car or my life. They have no fucking right to dictate shit to me. And the very fact that they try is harassment. This is the fucking, what, 4th, 5th, 6th documented case here on YouTube about this person doing this, harassing me about my life and my property while I'm on my property, not doing anything to her property or even going near her fucking property. Not to mention, just the other day, she got into an accident, car accident, driving drunk. Huh. Is this somebody who the police, the sheriff's department should be listening to? And you guys wonder why I have a problem with our local sheriff here. I'm going to listen to somebody because they're scared. The fuck? No, there's nothing in the fucking contract about the property, what I can add and not add on here if it's in, a temporary. That's how that works. It's a temporary structure of any kind. Um, Animals of any kind, because let's be clear, up until a year ago, you got that right, a fucking year ago, when I got here, actually about the same fucking time, only a month earlier than I got here. My mom's owned this property for several years. But the time that I got here, they changed the laws about the fucking city and extended the borders of the city to encompass my house and the neighbors next door. Hmm. Yeah, it's illegal to build on a property that is not yours. But guess what? Because this is my mom's property, legally it's my property as well. Believe it or don't, this is actually consented. Anything I build on this property is consented by my mother. Anything I put into this property is consented by my mother because I speak with her about it first. I tell her exactly what I'm going to do. I show her what I'm doing. Hmm, ain't that some shit? See, I'm thinking very, very seriously about going and having the entirety of the front of my property here completely gated off. Mind you, I also have some sway because everybody's mailbox is on my property. I could have the post office go and take that postal designation down and have them move it down to the end of the road here. Believe it or don't, I'm not an asshole, so I'm not doing that. My mother's not an asshole; she's not going to do that. But believe it or don't, I have that power. And I'll put it this way: so me and my cousin see eye to eye on something. A man or woman will eat snowballs in fucking hell before they put hands on my dog. And I will arrange the meeting. You leave my fucking dog alone. Ain't your dog. It's my dog. It's my good dog. My well trained bomb disposal, cadaver finding, combat dog. Wow, he's fucking canine trained. Hmm, that's pretty fucking amazing shit. That somebody could pull that off. Imagine that. Huh. Just so happens this person might actually be educated in how to deal with dogs. Go figure. That's what. See? Well trained and very, very well behaved. I love you, Who. Like I said, my dog's name is Houdini. He is the ultimate illusionist, an escape artist from hell. And at the same time, he's been taught to be well behaved, to only do things when he is told to. That's the throw food. Literally taught to do things when he's told to. So imagine this. You know, uh, and by the way, you don't get to dictate where mailboxes go. That's the post office, but you can request where the post office puts it. All my neighbors requested that their mailboxes be put right here where it's easy access. That's fine with me. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to do it because I'm petty. I'm not going to do it just because the reality is I don't go and do petty shit to other motherfuckers. But when they do petty shit to me, I don't get mad. I get even. This is me getting even. I am making you fucking famous, Miss Delafons. You and your whole family will now not be able to actually go anywhere without being known as a Karen. You're welcome. And you did that to your own fucking husband. Shame on you. Shame on you, you despicable human being. All because you got drunk and he yelled at you for being drunk. Shame on you. You should not be around other human beings. You should be in a fucking padded cell. Shame on you. You should have your dog removed of you so we can actually find out exactly how petty that bullshit is. Let's just put it out there. Let's make it this way. This should be an actual fucking law, in my opinion. If you are willing to deprive rights of other people within the United States continental confines, then you should have every right that you choose to remove from others removed from you. Can I get an amen? Because this is how I feel about it. I have never denied any other human being the right to the pursuit of happiness, the right to life and liberty, the right to assemble where you will, the right to have firearms, air guns, knives, swords, fucking tank in your front yard if you want. I've never denied anybody the right to have their own fucking property. Hell, I don't even get mad when the same person who sits there and complains about me doing fucking blacksmithing has a blacksmithing fucking shop in their garage. Makes you wonder. You see competition, so you want to go and be cutthroat about competition. And guess what? Mine is outdoors, which means that I can actually legally do it. Yours is indoors, which makes it a fire hazard. Oops. This is why you don't fuck with other people. This is why you just mind your own fucking business and don't fucking bother anybody else. Pursue your happiness, not somebody else's depravity. There's a reason behind it. When you go stepping on somebody's dick, they're liable to get up and beat the fucking snot out of you and then ask you what you did wrong after the fact. It's probably a good idea to just leave those people alone. And no, we got to go and start a fight. We got to go and dictate to others what they can and can't do in our fucking general vicinity. Excuse the fuck out of me. I didn't want to live here. I actually wanted a property in another fucking state. Went through the fucking ringer to try and get that property. Actually fucking sweated my fucking nuts off for 10 and a half fucking years to save up the money to be able to go and purchase that property. but couldn't afford it because of you voting for Biden. Well done. Hmm. Yeah, you could imagine how much I like this person. And yet, they choose to get that one upmanship by standing on the shoulders of giants and saying, I am tall. Dalla parte, idiota! You do not tell me what I can do with my own property. You do not tell me how I can live my own life. I've always got somewhere place to lay my head, even if it's in the back of my Suburban, bro. I'm not worried about that. I really ain't. I have a trailer, I have a truck, will travel, got no problems with it. I simply live here because this is my mom's house and I'm trying to keep it from burning to the ground or being broken into, which I can show you has happened. That's why I'm here. I'm not here because I want to be. I'm here because I actually kind of have to be. I don't have a choice. I sleep with a fucking gun, man. Shit, I sleep with 3 guns. And there's a reason behind that. People have broken into this house, stolen electronics, stolen fucking paintings off the walls. There's a lot of fucking work we had to do to just to get the shit back. That's why most of my fucking money, any money in the rest of the family is gone. Because some dickhead went and stole this shit and went and pawned it. That's why I'm here. I am the force of nature, which nobody wishes to fucking cross. I think I know who's been breaking into the house now, because they're the only person that has ever responded to me being here. Houdini! Du står för mein head. Niks, du står för. Står för on mein head. Du står för. That's... Nein. Das ist dein Neighbor. Du silence. Nein, du silence. Du silence. Silence. You're står för lens. I know you're excited, but you need to actually behave like an adult, not like a puppy right now. You're a lot bigger than most puppies. Ja, du Stoffer. Stoffer on mein head. Ja, on mein head. Nein, das. Die Thailander. Stoffer on mein head. Neighbors let their dog out so that they can go run around and use the bathroom and whatnot, because the other neighbors next door has a day job, works all day, dog stays inside all day. And I've seen that those dogs are actually potty trained. That's good. All the rest of the training's out the fucking window. That's on mein head. You see my point? I have him under control. That's something I can say that I can't say for a lot of my neighbors. I have trained my dog. Hell, I taught fucking some of these neighbors how to train their dogs. Nein. Das ist mein. Nein. That's the best in it. There's a stoffer in. You wait there. Because I can't be distracted. You can't be running over there. So anyways, yeah, very simply, because if you mind your own business, then you wouldn't be minding mine. It's plain and simple. You mind your own fucking business, your nose won't be brown because your nose won't be shoved up my ass crack. That's what I try to put out there for people, is to understand this is what the fucking Fourth Amendment means. It's not just police don't have the right to fucking invade your property. It also means that your neighbors stay the fuck off your property. Their business is not on your property. They don't put their noses over the fence. They don't fucking tell you what the fuck to do. They just keep their minds to themselves and don't tell you what the fuck to do. They can request things. They can say, hey, would you please not? Or would you please? But it's a request. You can choose to say, fuck you, go away. My property, my fucking house, my rules. You see, I have trained my dog in a manner that I don't even have to use violence anymore. I don't have to use a tap stick to tell him to do something. This is how I feel about it. Literally how I feel about it. Other motherfuckers' jurisdiction ends next to that mailbox out there. If you're in my yard, if you're talking about shit in my yard, if you're up in here and you do not have fucking permission, you're trespassing on private property. And I do fucking recognize that in the state of Oregon, the state of California, the state of fucking, I think it's Michigan, Minnesota, Idaho, Utah, Arizona, Texas, Mississippi, and Georgia, and South Carolina, you can be shot on sight for standing in somebody else's property. Wow. Yeah, I have a sign. I have several signs. Actually, I'm not allowed to post any signs in the front yard due to city ordinance because the front yard is not gated. That doesn't mean shit, by the way. Beyond the easement, that is legally private property. That's why the mailboxes are beyond the easement. Because the post office requested that the mailboxes be there. All the other individuals placed their applications and requests for the mailboxes to be there. And my mother, believe it or don't, said, yeah, sure, go ahead. Put the mailboxes there. I don't care. It's not like I'm going to fucking worry about it anyways. I just don't want people inside the backyard. I don't want people in the house. Hey, that's why I'm here. Because she does not want fucking people here. She told me, come here, keep people out. Plain and simple. My sign says, beware of dog. If you're dumb enough to go trespassing, here's your sign. Plain and simple. He has 3 fucking duties. Just 3. Be my best friend. Let me know when somebody's around here within the general vicinity and what they're doing. Tell somebody, get the fuck off the property. It's my duty to actually go and fucking get rid of them if they refuse to. Yeah, we've had this argument, Marco, and guess what? I went and I looked it up, and legally, I'm bound to have that. That's the reality. Oregon law dictates that you have to have that up. And you telling me that I need to go and take it down because otherwise the police can shoot my dog is actually misinformation. It's illegal to tell me to do that. And on top of that, it's actually a crime for you to tell me to do that. It is. It's outright a crime. I went and I looked it up. I asked down at the fucking local, okay? It's city ordinance that that has to be up. If that sign is not up, then they can come in and take my dog because I have a dog here and there is no beware of dog sign. Warning individuals do not break and enter. And it's that simple. I went and I looked it up. I asked around, and yeah, that's the law. That's not just city ordinance, it's a federal law as well. So I'm not listening to that anymore. That's a whole load of horseshit. That beware of dog sign is legally bound to be there. Nope. The beware of dog sign holds the other individual liable for trespass because they were warned. It actually says right on it, warning, beware of the dog. That's the law. Not only do they sell them in stores, but they actually require them at City Hall. You cannot have a dog of a large breed without having beware of dog signs. You cannot have surveillance cameras about your property without saying surveillance cameras on duty. It's the law. And you're not allowed to point your surveillance cameras at anybody else's property. Did you know that? That's the law. So I'm sorry that you've heard that, but that's not the law. And actually, previous case I can actually go to is, oh yes, Price versus the state of Oregon. My little sister's dog, Radley. Because she didn't have a sign posted and the neighbor's dog got into the yard, she was held liable for the dog getting hurt. So signs are up and they're going to continue to stay there. You see, the only sign that I don't have up is the one that's actually an admission of guilt. Forget the dog, beware of owner. That's an admission of guilt. That you are willing to commit a crime in order to defend your home. This is the only fucking warning you got. Me standing there going, you got about 3 seconds. That's the warning. Legally, that's the only warning I got to give. Hell, I don't even have to give that one. Welcome to Oregon. Stand your ground state. Where you warn other motherfuckers, hey, guess what? You come here and you start doing some dumb shit, you reap your own rewards. If you try to attack me, I will award you with the Darwin Award, which is my right, because you've attacked me. And believe it or don't, this segues into 4A. Person, paper, properties, effects, livestock, and pets. My dog's not sitting there hollering at the top of his lungs. Hell, he's better trained than I am. just down the road from me? Well, then maybe you're the reason why you have this mistaken understanding. Price versus the state of Oregon actually showed that if I don't fucking post a sign, I'm liable. My little sister fought the state of Oregon for her dog and lost because she didn't have signs posted. Yeah, that's called protection of livestock. Um, my chickens, protection of livestock. My dog, protection of livestock. Believe it or don't, dogs and pets fall under the same. I mean, yeah, pets and livestock fall under the same, which is property. So, my chickens, my dog, anything threatens them, I have the right to actually respond with lethal and overwhelming force, outright. And that's because they're my property. That's where cattle ranchers and chicken farmers and goat herders and all these other animal farms and whatnot, ranches and whatnot, they have the right to protect their stock because that is their property. That's what the Fourth Amendment is all the fuck about, giving you the right to protect your own, not to dictate to others what they may do with theirs. In all reality, you want to start a fight with me, I've got nothing but fucking time. And because I'm a fucking literally on Social Security, it would be the state paying the fucking state in order to fucking fight the state. So you want to start a fight with me? The state's going to end up coming after somebody for money, because coming after me is just ending up going and getting them nothing. They're not getting anything out of me. It's Social Security. It can't be tapped. It legally cannot be tapped as a income. It cannot be tapped by anybody, collections or nothing. Yeah, I don't even have to fucking pay medical bills if they fucking look at my income. My income is my Social Security. There you go. There's no fucking income. So plain and simple, you're pissing on an open light socket with the switch turned on and expecting not to get electrocuted. Oh, and yeah, as my cousin says, this is the United States of America. Um, there's a few things which we as citizens are allowed to enforce. One of those is the Fourth Amendment, and actually are obligated to enforce, by the way. If you don't enforce that Fourth Amendment, then you are liable for any damage to your property, person, papers, or effects that are confiscated or otherwise damaged when somebody enters your home without a full warrant of writ assigned by a judge and witnessed by two individuals. You actually have to have two witnesses. You have to have a judge sign off on it as, oh, well, yeah, this is actually the case, not hearsay. We've got fucking physical evidence. Okay, now I can actually go and write that writ. I can write that warrant if you've got physical evidence, because you got physical evidence and you are both witness to it. Great. But there's no physical evidence. I've only got one fucking flagpole in the entire fucking place, and it's attached to an American flag. It's wrapped up and inside of my fucking truck. I'm a former Boy Scout. It's against my creed to go and fucking desecrate the flag in any manner. In fact, watching others go and stomp the flag into the ground and burn it as a form of protest gets my blood boiling. But it's their right because they have the right to freedom of expression. So I can't do anything about that. But if somebody did that to my flag, now I can do something because that's my property. You see how that works? You see, I'm actually like the most invulnerable as I can be in a lot of different fucking ways because I paid attention and I actually learned. And this is why I don't accept what other people tell me. I researched it myself. I didn't go and see it somewhere on the internet and then go, well, you know what? That seems like it must be the case. No, I went and actually looked it up. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna find this out. I went and looked through the paperwork, not just the fucking computers. I went and I looked for hard fucking copy. And there's a reason behind it. Without the hard copy, you can't trust if it's even fucking real. That's why we still use paper. Because there has to be some physical backing to it. Paper documents. Now I know and have the physical documentation to prove that somebody is literally attempting to dictate my life and overstepping their freedoms and their liberties in order to tread upon my freedom and my liberties within the confines of my own property. And see, this is how I go and do it. Just like my cousin says, you go, read it for yourselves. Last time my ancestors were told what to do, they were obligated to kick their red coats and butts out of their yards. Mm-hmm. See, this is what I'm about. I have my own space, my own place. Wherever I go, my general vicinity is my own space, my own place. I don't bother other people, but I would run to their rescue if necessary because that's who I am. I don't dictate to other people what they may and may not do so long as they don't dictate to me what I can do and what I can't do. But as you can see, it causes an issue. And that is exactly why I defend this property with lethal force. That is exactly why I don't go out and bother other human beings about my place. I do my live streams here on the YouTubes and I try to tell y'all what's going on and, keep going. But I'm not going around and telling other people what the fuck they can and can't do. That's your own fucking prerogative, man. Just know that if you step onto my property, you have entered my jurisdiction. And that your jurisdiction ends at that front fucking walkway. It literally ends. This is my home. And according to all the different fucking case law that we have, that is my right. I mean, my family's been fighting for your rights, for my rights, for everybody else's fucking rights for the last fucking 250 years. Sorry, 270 years. 300 no. Going all the way back to the 1400s in Scotland, all the way back 500 fucking years in Italy. Go figure. But I'm the target because I'm the elder male of my family, right? Let's just forget about my Uncle Billy, who's a complete pushover and probably wouldn't do anything if, the problem fell out the sky on top of him. He'd probably just go, "Don't hurt me." Because that's a reality. He's a bit of a puss, a flamboyant puss. And I'm fine with it, whatever. The reality is, I am the only man with a set of testicles in the Price family left. Well, the eldest man in the Price family has got a fucking set of testicles, we'll put it that way. Is he friendly? My uncle? Sometimes a little too friendly. This is the man that fucking streaked across hidden beaches on July 4th, 2009, because he was drunk off his fucking ass. No, I don't take meds. I know better. I'm not an idiot. I don't take any of that crap that they try to feed you, because the reality is, I've been through that already, long fucking time ago, and learned about it. Do I have my own family? Yeah, he's sitting right there. His name's Houdini. Beyond being my property, he's also my family. I have my sisters. I have my mom. I can't physically have children, so no, I don't have children. But I guarantee you this, I would fucking fight just as vehemently for your children as I would if they were my own. Think about that for a second. I don't have the ability to make my own children because I'm not only a guy, but impotent. We'll just call it as it is. I don't see how that has any fucking bearing here, but whatever. Um, I can't have children physically. I'm not a big fan of adoption because if it's not my blood, I don't want it in my house. No offense, but it's kind of a fucking point for me, a point of contention. No, you didn't. I wasn't even there. Merkel, I was not even there. I really wasn't there. 2002, I was in fucking Los Angeles. Anyways, yeah, Houdini's my boy. And literally, that's closest I'll ever get to having a child, which is why I'm even more protective over him. Why I raise him the way I was raised. He's more intelligent than any dog I've ever met because I raised him that way. He's actually smarter than some children. Hell, he's definitely smarter than our fucking potato in chief. This motherfucker knows that guns are important. He doesn't like them, but he knows they're important. He comes and asks me to pick up my gun anytime there's a fucking animal out behind the fucking fence back here. Just for reference, I'm pointing towards that fence. There. My dog knows to come and get me, and then use his nose to point at my rifle to tell me to come and defend the home. Because I spend time with him and I've trained him. Because I have taught him as if he was an actual fucking human being and not an animal. So there's a simple fact of the matter. I'm not shy, Merkel. I'm just telling you honest to God truth. I wasn't even at that fucking Harley rally. I wasn't there. In 2002? Fuck's sake. I was in a fucking a juvenile hall ward for defending myself against a bully at my school. In 2002, I hadn't even graduated high school yet. I graduated in 2005. So I'm not being shy. It's just I really wasn't there. So anyways, this dog can read. This dog can do mathematics. This dog speaks two different languages and a little bit of a third. This dog knows the difference between his own property and where he's not supposed to be. Well, then let's just check it out real quick, shall we? Hmm. No, 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 no. This is the same old, same old. Same old Grandma Merkel. This is somebody who does not fucking come by quite often. But anyways, I digress. Ooh. So, any Hoosiers, that's my frustration for the day. Why do you need to violate my Fourth Amendment right in order to feel secure? Yeah, I know. And she's allowed to be around here only because I find it entertaining sometimes. That being said, pretty soon I might end up, getting a little bit more iffed and piffed, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. I've known G-Mom Merkel since we worked at we worked hung out together over on Dangerous Freedom after dark. And so I've known her for a long time. Her, him, I don't fucking know and I don't care. I'm not worried about your particular personal pronouns, whatever. The real situation is, the way I look at it, I have the right to say what I think. Now, if you don't like that, you have the right to take a swing at me, and I have the right to defend my life because it's against your pursuit of happiness and it's against my fucking right to life. So, I have the right to the freedom of assembly. I have the right to be an independent press. I have the right to keep and bear arms as I am an American citizen and therefore am part of the United States militia because of that very nature that I was born in this country. I have the right to not have to give somebody a place in my house because they are a soldier in a time of peace. I have the right to tell them to fucking kick rocks if I want. I have the right to be secure in the privacy of my person, papers, property, and effects against all warrantless searches and seizures and actions against them. I have the right to, if I feel that I am being interrogated against my will or against my capable and understanding nature of being competent, to remain silent and not incriminate myself. I have the right to not have to be forced to incriminate my family. I have the right to not be forced to pay dubious fines and fees. I have the right to go to my local congressman and to bring grievances that I may have against my city, state, or county, that they may be addressed. I have the right to not be forcefully incarcerated against my will for political reasons. I have the right to say you can't drink in my home, but you can go ahead and drink wherever you want so long as you're not in my home. I also have the right to say, sure, go ahead and crack a beer. I have the right, believe it or not, to travel wherever I may so choose without having to be licensed. The moment I go and actually start, hauling other people around or hauling cargo around, I actually have to have that license. It's fine, but that's not travel. That's driving cargo or passengers. That's different. I have the right to see someone as a threat and respond with absolute, overwhelming, lethal force in defense of my country and my kin. And furthermore, a responsibility to stop any instances which may further cause problems in my country via the actions of a terrorist, the actions of an individual who is crazed, or the actions of a group which is in the interest of doing harm to others. That's the Patriot Act, believe it or not. That's part of the Patriot Act, the good part of it. There's a bad part of it too, and I'm not really a fan about that. So anyways, I have the right to not be pressed into military service. I would happily volunteer. So it's not a matter of needing to be pressed, but happily volunteer. I have the right to peace in my day. I have the right to be an entrepreneur and to free market in order to better my society. I have the right to seek out that healthcare option which I see as best fitting my malady. Whether or not a doctor thinks that it's correct. I have the right. These are all fucking rights in the Constitution, for fuck's sake. These are all amendments to the United States Constitution, which are your rights. Okay? That's why I'm trying to tell you guys, you have these rights. There's a plethora of them, and they are potent, they are powerful rights. But you have to enforce them. Otherwise, you will lose them because you did not enforce them. This is why I am such the asshole that I am. Because honestly, in every day to day, whatever, if you met me on the street, I'm a pretty nice guy until you step on my rights. You know, you tread on me, oh, fuck, you just met the rattlesnake. You walk around the rattlesnake and you keep on your way, no problems, no qualms. I'll even smile and nod and be like, hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm not an evil person. I'm not out there to try and harm anybody. But I will never in a million motherfucking years, no matter how many times I am reincarnated, back down from defending my own life and the lives of those around me. I will never in my life and in the future, reincarnations, what have you, back down from defending my rights, which are God-given, not granted by government, but rather acquiesced to by government. Even if they don't acquiesce to it, you still have the right to do it. And the fact that they would try to tell you you can't means that you don't have a government that is worthy of governing. And this is why I believe in a very powerful fundamental that our founding fathers took as gospel. Self-governance. You have the right to dictate to yourself what you may do, but not any right to tell anyone else what they may do. It's called self-governance. You know, Marco, the reality is that's the way that the Buddhists believe. That's not what I remember. I remember dying from a fucking huge aortic dysplasia, which caused me to die bleeding out internally. And then I was reincarnated as Blaine Price. I remember traveling down the birth canal, being pushed out. Believe it or not, that's actually one of my latent memories. I remember being a year and a half old, getting my first pair of underwear. A lot of people can't say that they know those things. They don't remember that. It's just not important enough to them. But to me, it's important. Every memory that I have. For instance, holding my wife's hand as I died. Telling the doctor it's not your fault. God wants me home. Yes, I'm going to say hello to you, Eric. Fucker, I'm trying to make a point. Jesus. My point is, it doesn't matter what, what these other religions tell you, because a religion is just that. Re-litigation. They're trying to tell you what to believe, what to do. Believe what you know. Look inside your soul, look inside your heart, look inside your memories. You have latent memories of a past life and you don't even know it. A lot of people see them as dreams or as nightmares. Some people even see them as premonitions or happenings around them. You can see both your future life and your past life. You can see what is going to happen in the near future. And you got to take everything as it comes, I'm certain, but you can divine what is going to happen to you. Believe it or don't, I dreamt about being in the militia when I was 13. When I turned 15, I dreamt about my uncle's wedding. Lo and behold, everything's happened exactly the same way. Ain't that some shit? The same as it was in my dreams happened in real life. The same that happened in, latent visions in the daytime, these hallucinations, so-called, happened in real life. These memories I have and have had since I was a child happened to somebody who was extremely fucking famous back in the 50s. Oh my God. Believe it or don't, it actually happened. And these are memories. They're not manifestations of hallucination. Because that would mean that I would have to think that it was physically real here and now and happening as we speak. And I would have to have no understanding of my physical surroundings. That's a hallucination. So here's the difference. Dreams, latent memories, visions, hallucinations. Completely separate. It's not a hallucination. When you have a dream that you are flying in a P-51D Mustang, you might have been a fighter pilot in the last life. There were a lot of fighter pilots back in the 40s. A lot. Many of them were shot down. So here's my point. There are people who remember these things and then have proven that these people existed. There is proof of reincarnation. And not only proof of reincarnation, but proof of reincarnation as a living human being. This is what I'm on about. You don't have to go far to actually find the truth. You just have to be willing to accept it when it does come. And the proof is what dictates truth and fact from assumptions and lies. 9. Las mosquitoes. Christopher. In silence. So this is what I'm saying. You might have been a dick in a past life, so you got reincarnated and you just didn't remember that you were so much of a dick, and so you became an asshole in this life or something, or you started off as benevolent and nice and kind because you wanted to make a change of it, and people made you into that asshole. It happens. I wasn't always the asshole that I am now. I wasn't always the fucking angry, God, I want to. You know, I wasn't always the guardsman on. Matter of fact, when I was a little shit, I was a very intelligent, soft-spoken, kind, and I'm saying this myself, yes, but you have to understand there's actually people that can vouch for me on this. The most bullied kid in school, the one who sat at the back of the class because he was sick and tired of other kids in class making fun of him for being smarter than them. So he wanted to see who it was. I am that kid, all grown up. I'm the kid that was bullied until the point in time where I went to juvenile hall for defending myself against a fucking bully because telling teachers didn't do a goddamn runty fuck. That is what made me into the angry man I am today. The asshole that I have to be in order to deal with dumbasses. Being forced to do things that I didn't want to have to do in order to make people see that I am not that person until you force my hand. Well said, Grandma Merkel. Well said. No, I get plenty of fiber in my diet. That's not an issue. No, I'm only angry when people actually they foist their decisions and their will upon me. And like I said, got evidence to the fact. This is the paperwork to prove the evidence. To the fact, I am being forced into this position of anger and aggression rather than, I don't know, being left the fuck alone so that I can go and, live my everyday life and do things righteously and, grow my garden and take care of the house and stay alive and be happy and, zippity doo dah day and all that fun shit. This is my point. I'm mad because somebody decided to step on my dick thinking that because they used a piece of paper, it makes a difference about it. I already know you're related to this officer. This officer got this information because the cop down here in the fucking Vernonia knows, hey, you know what? This guy isn't that kind of fucking douche nozzle. He's not going to do that. But because I'm not going to look at it, well, somebody else is going to look at it. So, well, oh, fucking well. They can deal with it. It's not my problem. I am not fucking with that guy. It's not hard to draw these conclusions. It's really not hard to draw these conclusions. Believe it or don't, I am related to a lot of motherfuckers around here. Not in Vernonia in general, but Oregon. I'm also related to a lot of people in Idaho and Utah and fucking California and Washington. You are surrounded on all fucking sides. This is how it goes. You try to be a good human being. And people think that because they are not happy with what you are doing, they have the choice to tell you that you cannot do it. Rather than going and saying, you know what? It's not my fucking business. And I'm the one who's allowing this to actually create a problem. I'm the one who's going and poking the bear instead of you saying, you know what? No, let me sit back and watch for a second and go, huh? Oh, wait, he's giving that dog instructions every single fucking time. Well, wait. He's training that dog. There's a difference. He's training it. I shouldn't actually step on this because I might fuck up that dog's training and that dog might look at me as a fucking peon. because now he has to go and tells me to shut the fuck up because he has to tell the dog what to do. And because he has to tell me to shut the fuck up, that means that I am less than him in the grand scheme of the alpha male scale, which means my dog doesn't see you as a fucking individual at all. You're a peon. Well done. You just made yourself into a pushover that my dog would push over. That's why I cannot allow this to go unsaid. You do not have the right to tell me what I may and may not do with my dog because I am training my dog not to eat you in your sleep. Okay? Some people, I swear. I'm gonna go throw on the lights so that we can stop this whole up and down of the fucking the brightness and clarity on the screen. I'll be right back. Silence. Go make sure that the grounds are cold. Okay? Come with me. I'm going to do a walk around. Mm-hmm. Yep. Neighbor's dogs are not out. She's on her chain. Okay. And that's literally the most that I pay attention to other people's animals or other people's fucking properties at all. It's just, can I actually keep my dog under control? Literally. That's what it all fucking comes down to. Can I keep my dog under control so that he doesn't hurt somebody or somebody's animals or something like that? Because I'd really hate to have to shoot a motherfucker for shooting my dog. Let's be clear. It's called property. Checking on the chickens. Yep, there's one. Hi there. You're such a cutie. Das ist auch ein Hund. And my chickens. You see? This is literally what I do all day. I take care of my chickens. I take care of my dog. I take care of the freaking yard because it's always a clusterfuck because, Houdini likes to tear shit up. And anything that is his, he will tear up. That's why I have to actually train him all the time. So he knows he's allowed to tear up his things, not mine, not mom's, not anybody else's, only his things. That's how that works. Very important. So, why does anybody else need to tell me what the fuck I can and can't do? Would you go and do such a thing? Would anybody else telling you to go and do something possibly be misconstrued as tyranny? Would what you are doing as an individual possibly cause somebody else harm? And these are things I always contemplate. So don't expect for me to ever say, well, I'm out there actually actively causing people harm. I'm not. But if I'm causing somebody harm, I recognize it right the fuck away and I stop. Unless, of course, it's in my own personal self-defense, in which case I don't stop. I just fucking keep going. But that's it, Anyways. So, y'all do come back. I'm going to open up the Freedom Forum after Trial by Axe. I want to see you all over there to say hi and take part in and have fun with Mad Shad. So if you haven't seen it already, if you haven't subscribed already, check out Mad Shad. Great motherfucker. His emblem's up in the chat there. And if you just click on his icon, you can actually go to his channel and find him and, you know, see all that. If you accidentally block him, you are the only one who will not be able to see what he says. And I will leave it that way for a couple of days at least, just so that you can understand how fucking frustrating that is. As it were, I love you all. It's been an awesome fucking day. And yeah, let's go have some fun. By the way, I am Yeo Garsmanam, and motherfuckers, I am